towards yet again another round of 16 playoff match here between Accred and Conquer Gaming. We are going to look towards Vertigo here to get ourselves started. And Invisible, a beautiful shot to take a little bit of this ramp control. An absolutely wonderful start. We are going to see Conquer Gaming, however, looking to head towards this B side here. A little bit of utility towards 8. Now starting to slowly be fizzled out. We are going to see Eddie finding himself one potential for the second and will maybe even a third hit with the generator retake at the moment from Accred just being shut down early on here is Invisible to be this last man standing. We will see him finding one. Does know exactly where Eddie is. Eddie and Choco in the site at the moment. We are going to see Choco spotted. Eddie wants to be tapped down just a little bit here. Will eventually be spotted even more, taken down. We are going to see Invisible here, potentially the 1v4 clutch up for him. But with no time left. We are going to see now Invisible tapping away. Will find himself a second. Does have a kit here. We are going to see Choco spray down. Invisible could get himself the ninja defuse here in the 1v4 and does. Can he even find himself that last pick? We are going to see Choco eventually hunted down. Invisible will fall for Invisible so far, but Accred win the pistol off in a very, very unlikely situation. And what a start to this game. What a start to this game. What a start. Absolutely beautiful start. Absolutely wonderful stuff to get ourselves started here in this pistol. We are going to see now Choco to try and get some damage done. Of course, rifles will come out for Conquer Gaming. Going to slowly see Conquer really look to now with target to throw some utility down. We'll see now Jello to take a little bit of utility coming down. Conquer Gaming to now head towards this A side. A bit of a cheeky fight coming through, and we are going to see now the M4 of Invisible, of course the hero of last round, may even need to do it again this round. No kits in play at the moment. Hurts to fall. Elfrin to go down as well. We are going to see here now what looks to be Lynxy to be hunted here. We are going to see Choco spray through to try and lend a little bit of support. But with Lynxy finding one, will find himself a second. We are going to see Choco find another Invisible. Finding himself two and having to back away here. It is going to look to be this 1-1 scoreline coming in now. After what was a very, very clean round coming through by Conquer to pick themselves up a second, of course. Here especially, it is going to just slowly look to be we are going to take a look in with Conquer Gaming having themselves a big shutdown. Jello to find himself frags, of course 2 for him down through B main. Eddie to get 2 as well. It is going to be Invisible once again. Just looking to be stuck here. here with Invisible to be this last man standing, looking to try and save this M4 over. We are going to see now this save coming in. With Elfriend to find that final pick, the M4 will go down here. Invisible just unable to save over the rifle. Invisible's done so much work here so far. He's one of 2 people on that Acred side to find frags here in these first 3 rounds. Of course, 7 for him at the moment in this game, the most in the server so far. We're going to see here now Eddie finding himself 3, spray down here with that M4, sorry, the AK, my apologies. He's actually going to get himself the ace. Absolutely beautiful. Now we are going to see here this 1-3 scoreline. Now with utility to start slowly making its way here in towards this server, in towards that ramp area of the map. We are going to take a look in now and see these rifles once again for a cred to look to try and have themselves a little bit more of a contested showing here. It's now just going to look to be here. Eddie to find himself yet another frag. Of course, we saw that ace coming through last round. Now with the M4s to try and retake this B side, even though that bomb isn't even there yet. We are going to see Choco holding down the fort. Will find himself hurts. We are going to see now Elfriend to go hunting here, try and find at least one of these rifles. Cause just more economic damage too. Just look. And try to find even more damage to be done. That bomb will go off. It will start to slowly see now. What's looking to try and become here? A pretty hyped up B defense at this moment. Especially here, it is just going to look to be Acred now, looking to try rotate over towards his B side. That's how we know Conquer have him. Smokes to go down here on Vertigo. And Cred at the moment just looking to be completely toyed with. We're not going to see DSSJ finding himself an early pick. Now we are going to see our friend Lynxy finding one apiece here. The rotation to come back over from Choco. Going to slowly see now Rugen finding himself one, eventually taken down. Target to get one as well with that M4. But now this 2v2, as we do see this bomb going down. 20 seconds left in the round. A beautiful amount of time here for pressure to still be put in. We are going to see Target finding himself one more. Hurts to find himself another pick, and here a Cred to pick themselves up round number 2. Pretty clean round coming in from this Cred side. Conquer Gaming doing pretty much all they could, but eventually in the end of the day, not enough. And here's where it does start to become interesting for Conquer. They've built themselves up quite an impressive lead here at the moment. The big question is, are they able to keep it? Are they going to be able to continue to push forward and find themselves, you know, a lot of the control that we've seen lacking from this Cred side? Of course, it'd be absolutely wonderful to see. So we are going to slowly take a look in here with Jello to get up close and personal. With that ramp area of the map, some utility now coming down. Now with some more utility looking to try and make its way. Try and guarantee a little bit of map control. We won't see that map control given away so far just yet. Utility here through ramp. We are going to see 3 players looking to try and pay attention to it a little bit more thoroughly. A minute 5 here in this one. We are going to see more utility looking to try and at least get that rotation over towards the A site. We are going to see Choco swinging wide, eventually found by Hertz. We are going to see now that rotation coming through. Bomb spotted. Jello to pick up that bomb. It is mainly just going to be that single AK here of Target to try and hold down the fort. We are going to see him spotted just a little bit. Eventually does go down in the fight. Rugen with that MP9 will be spotted a second time after getting himself a pick. Going straight down. Lynxy to find himself 2. A huge shutdown here, as we do start to see all of a sudden so much of that map control almost thrown away. And here's the thing, Elfrin from behind can do some real damage. He just needs to keep himself quiet. We're just going to hear Conquer Gaming call for the turtle at the moment. Invisible to find himself a frag. We are going to see Elfrin just spotted from behind. Will pick himself up one. Potential for the second. Invisible going straight down. Elfrin saving the day there, after what was potentially very, very shaky scenes. We are going to see now this 2-5 scoreline coming through. Conquer Gaming to get themselves one more when they need it the most. It's definitely what you do like to see if you are a Conquer Gaming fan. And now here it is going to be this Conquer Gaming and Acrid side to continue to get a little bit more in terms of viability at the moment. We are going to see Invisible trying to keep himself invisible here in that smoke. We are going to see him eventually tagged up just a little bit. Will go down, trying to hide in that smoke. We did hear the bomb bounce off him. Sorry, we did hear that nade bounce off him. My apologies. Now here with Herzlord to rotate over towards this A site. Utility to start making its way over and burning in towards this A site yet again. The pistols at the moment for a Cred to really start to struggle here. We are going to see Conquer Gaming convincingly taking this A site. It is just going to be DSSJ around We are going to hear that plant. Now the retake opportunity to come through. Herzlord, Ryujin to have themselves armor. We do have a kit on DSSJ as well. We are going to see these pistols here double swing. Lynx here to find himself one. Potential here for the second. We are going to see Herzlord actually get himself that pick. Elfren to find another. Now here it is going to be this 2v4 situation. DSSJ to get himself a pick. Hopefully, you'd like to think with that 5-7. However, you know, only time will tell, and a single bullet from Jello is all that's really needed, as we do see Conker picking themselves up round number 6. A good start. A very, very good start coming in towards this game for this Conker Gaming side. We are going to take a look now. Now we will see some utility coming over. Needs to try and get Herzlord into a little bit of pain, and Elfren to finish the job. Now it is just going to look to be here with Lynx here to find himself a pick. Target to try and keep this B side to become his, and eventually going down. A huge frag from Jello. Lynxy with that AWP will find himself another pick. DSSJ with the AWP now. It's been a world of trouble. Now it's just going to look to be the AWP being saved. DSSJ to play it smart. And Conker Gaming to pick themselves up 7 here. Such a good T start coming through. Now here with Conker to look for a little bit more B control here at the moment. Now it's just going to look to be here a beautiful shutdown from Conker Gaming. However, the Deagle here of target to look to try and get at least a little bit testy up front. We are going to see Lynx here be that last man standing. Now swinging wide to have himself at least a little bit of control over on this B site. Will be protected from the flashes. And now a 1v1 situation. Smoke's going down. Utility to try and cover the presence here of the AK, but Lynxy to find himself that frag, not willing to go back and get the bomb with 30 seconds to play. Now here. Now it's just going to look to become... Yet again, with Conquer Gaming having themselves 8 rounds, we are going to see a little bit more of a mid-fight coming in. I do believe it's target on the AWP through that mid area of the map. A little bit more of a mid-fight to start proceedings. The SSJ, a little bit more passive. And now here with Conquer to look to get aggressive over towards this A site. Linksy to hit himself a clean shot. That AWP looking good so far. Now here we are going to see Linksy finding himself a pick. Potential here for some more damage to be done. Target to eventually go down. Eddie to find himself a pick. DSSJ with that AWP, however. Clean to get himself at least one with the AWP. Herzlord to be wrapping in from behind. We are going to see that double swing coming through. The trade will be found. DSSJ on that AWP. Has 2 to find. Smokes on the bomb. We are going to see Jello up close and personal. As the SSJ makes a bit of a run for it through elevator. We are going to see the chase coming through here from Jello as well. As the SSJ has a lot of work to do. Running away here from this AK. Jello wants this. Jello really wants this gun. Won't be able to find it, however. We see Conquer Gaming able to pick themselves up 9 here. If I do remember correctly, this was Jello's. Oh, sorry, this was Conquer's map pick. My apologies. Yes, so we do have Vertigo being Conquer's map pick. Ancient to be a Cred's map pick on that second map, and then decided to be Inferno. Of course, a Cred coming in as the #1 ranked team at the moment here in the SCL. Conquer to be the 16th ranked team at the moment here in this playoff bracket in terms of seeding. We are going to see DSSJ finding himself the opening pick with that AWP. But the pistols here at the moment. And now it is just going to look to become... Going to see here now Alfred finding himself a pick. Potential here for some more damage to be done. Now especially here with Choco to find himself a pick with that nade. The Deagles at the moment to have a lot of work for them to do. We are going to see now Target to have all this utility now coming down to at least try and get a little bit more of this assistance here. Flashes to go out. We are going to see Conquer at least take this fight. We are going to see Alfred finding himself that pick. Smokes to go down. Target to be tagged up quite heavily. Will find himself one. Can't get himself that second here. But Choco, Eddie to get themselves picks. We will see Eddie at least go down to that bomb there. There's now Conquer Gaming pick themselves up 10. A good start coming through here from Conquer. Of course, an absolute brilliant way to start this game off for them. Against the SCL top team at the moment. It will be a little bit more of a interesting tale. Especially later on when we do start to get a little bit more of a in-depth look at this team. Now it is just going to look to become the usual chaos that we've expected here in these playoff matches. is just going to look to become here. Yet again. Another huge test. At the moment in this server once again. We are going to see now. That plant faked. Trying to draw that utility out, and it will. The big question, however, is how much utility can it possibly draw out? Now with a substantial effort to come in here towards this game yet again. We will see Eddie to try and shut down at least a little bit of this elevator control. DSSJ will take the peak. The AWP will go down. Utility now to slowly be caught out. They do know there is going to be a hell presence. We do start to see it slowly back off here. 10-2 scoreline, and with the way Conquer Gaming are playing at the moment on their T side, it's almost going to look to be a confirmed 11. Definitely will. Linksy to find himself a very, very quick peak. It is going to look to become now Conquer Gaming to at least have themselves here a pretty substantial round to come up in. Now, you know, we do start to slowly see yet again here some big presence to be shown in this game, in this server. Now this challenge will start to make itself quite aware. Now here it is just going to become it is just going to look to be slowly here. With Eddie to now show themselves picks. It is going to become here now more of a test for this Conquer Gaming side. Jello tagged up quite a little bit. We haven't seen the early map control that they've sort of been given. We are going to see Herzlord to find himself that opening pick. Elfrin to get himself a bit of a surprise execution there. And with some utility coming through towards this A site here. Smokes to go down, trying to keep a cred away. Because we know how dangerous this team can be here on their CT side. We are going to see Jello now looking to at least fake the plant, fake out a bit of a smoke push coming through. We're just Eagles here on this site. We'll look to now beat this bomb being planted. Now it is just going to slowly see this retake coming in. Jello to find himself one, eventually getting traded away. Now even more damage to be done here in this server. That bomb's going to be tapped. It's going to look to be held here by Hertz. Linksy to fall. It is just going to be Choco by himself. Needs to try and get that player on the bomb. Won't be able to. Will find himself a pick here. We are going to see that defuse will come in. The 10-second hold coming through. And we are going to see a cred pick themselves up round number 3. Is just going to become here yet again with Linksy to find himself a pick quite early on here. And now slowly it is just going to look to become more of that same chaos that we're so used to seeing here is now where now it is just going to look to become here. Yet again. Yet again. More of a test here in this server. For some serious damage to be done. Now it's just going to look to become here yet again. Another huge opportunity for this Conquer side to get this bomb down. 12 almost looking to be picked up. Of course, we are going to see a cred here just before the half, looking to try and fight before they do give up such an important round. We have seen such a slow, well-paced, you know, well-mannered game so far from Conquer. Now here with Choco to find themselves a pick. We are going to see Hertz target, finding themselves a pick apiece. Just making it now possible for Hertz to try and get himself even more damage. We are going to see now Lynxy go down to the bomb. However, the 12-3 half scoreline here at the moment, moving towards the CT side. Conquer Gaming really trying to take control of this one here quite early. Now here after that half-time break, we are going to see a few disappointing performers, especially on that scoreboard. Rugent is someone who usually finds himself a mass amount of frags. You know, only picking up 5. We do see Invisible after the first 3 rounds. He had 7 kills, ends up the round with 10. Still the top of that leaderboard for a cred as well. Definitely hasn't been sort of the showing that I think a cred were really trying to put together at the moment in this server. At least weren't trying to put together here at the start of this game. Of course, we can look into so many of the reasons why it hasn't sort of been the perfect performance for them so far, but you know, I think purely the fact that it hasn't been their map pick is a substantial enough reason as to why we haven't seen sort of the usual performance that we are sort of expecting whenever you do mention the name of cred, especially when it does come to CIS Counter-Strike. They're such a well-known team and such a team that's had, you know, such an importance on the CIS region. You know, being sort of that tier 2 team that's still able to come up and challenge the best of the best when they do need to. Now here we are going to see this pistol round coming through. Flashes coming over the top of this B side. Invisible will be blind. But of course, more flashes to come through. Choco to pick himself up 1 target, to get himself 2, however. We are going to see Choco eventually continuing to fight before going down. Now we are going to see Lynxy getting 1. Now Elfrin 2. Put a very substantial flash over the top here. Now here it is just going to become Elfrin to try and find little bits and pieces of damage. With now Conquer tapping that bomb. It is going to be a 1v1 situation. Up close and personal, we are going to see Invisible come out on top. A huge round win for Invisible here in this server, in this game. All of a sudden now looking to try and change the tides of this performance at the moment. Of course, it hasn't been too pretty. Especially for this Conquer game. Sorry, for this cred side, it's been an absolute beautiful performance here for Conker. We are going to slowly have a look in here yet again towards this server. Now with Rouge and DSSJ finding themselves picks. It looks like this side, this Accred side at least, looking a little bit more comfortable here on the T side. And a very, very good start to come through in for this game, for these teams at the moment. It's definitely looking like the type of challenge that you would want to see. Now here with yet again DSSJ to slowly come through. Now here we are going to see Conker Gaming paying a little bit more now we are going to see Conker Gaming just holding down this B site. We are going to see Eddie finding that final frag after DSSJ getting himself a pick. We are going to see here Conker Gaming picking up their first over on the CT side, finding themselves a pretty crucial round, a pretty crucial, must-win situation to get themselves a good start here. And now, this final round starting to... Not this final round, my apologies, but this next round coming up here. Choco to find himself a pretty big pick. Now here it is going to become yet again here. Now here, Elfrin to take a little bit here of this mid control. Flashes over the top. He will spot the shoulder. Elfrin to spray down target. Elfrin to find himself a second. A huge performance coming in. Now with Linksy to get himself another Conker, having such a huge, huge pick coming through right then and there. 14 for Conker, and they look dominant when they get themselves going over on the CT side. We are going to slowly see Jello now here as we do see Target finding one Lynx to get himself off a pick. Rugen to eventually fall to the flames, and Conker Gaming all of a sudden map point here, picking themselves up 15 after what has been an absolutely clean and stunning first map coming through on Vertigo. Now here with match point, series point, potentially in contention here. Now it is just going to look to become here yet again. Now with a cred to have themselves the man advantage. $15-5 scoreline here, and Herzlord to look to try and swing through this B control. 45 seconds left here in this round. We do see Elfrin finding himself that pick. We are going to see Jello eventually finding Herzlord target. Jello finding themselves a pick each, and now this mid control. All that a cred have with those footsteps, with that utility going down. It's all that we do start to see a smoke, forcing that rotation to come over all the way around through hell. We are going to see a split here. Push through the smokers. Choco will eventually go down. We are going to see here now. Even more importantly, a big shot to start to try and make its way in here. We will see Elfrin finding himself a pick. Now a 2-on-2 score. We will see a cred finding themselves here a crucial round win. Here now with more of a contested fight looking to come through here. Yet again here in this game, we are going to see Conker have plenty of funds. And now especially, it is just going to look to become, yet again here, now a pretty crucial fight. Especially as we will start to get to see here now some ever more important damage to look to try and see towards yet again here. There's now a big stack of pressure over towards this B site here yet again. A cred have liked this B site so far. And now here especially, it is just going to look to be this B site now. Trying to create some absurdly more pressure. We will see Conker being able to get themselves that final pick. A 16-6 win here on this first map. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a quick break before we do come back with our second map, which is going to be a Cred's pick of Ancient. An absolutely stunning start here for Conker Gaming, as now it's just going to look to become here yet again some more up close and personal damage here towards a cred. We'll be right back here with this second map of Ancient. Hello everybody, welcome back here towards this second map. What was an absolutely beautiful start for Conker Gaming to pick themselves up the first map, of course taking away a map from the #1 ranked team in the SCL. At the moment, we are going to see now Choco finding himself 1. We are going to see Conker finding himself 3. And now here with Herzlord to start tapping away. We are going to see now a 2-on-2 situation on this ancient map early on in the pistol. With a minute 15 to play. We do have Elfrin, the only member over towards that B side here. We are going to see a little bit of a back away coming through towards this B side, or especially this cave area. We are going to see this B hit look to potentially be now a crucial hit for a cred. Of course, we know how CT-sided this map is and can be. As we do see those pistols tap away, Elfrin just needs to keep himself alive as Eddie to come over with those dualies in support. We are going to see those dualies tag up invisible quite a lot. Some flashes over the top here as Herzlord to tap down Elfrin. Quite a fair chunk. Invisible eventually going down from earlier wounds. It is going to be this dualies up against the Glock here. We are going to see Eddie 1 to start working his way around pillar, but Herzlord finding himself a crucial round here, getting himself the ace in the pistol as a cred. Once again looking towards an individual to step up for them in their time of need. Now here, we are going to see a cred to just start to try and put pieces together of this puzzle. Now here slowly, there is just going to be just such an important piece of this puzzle coming up forward here. As now we are going to slowly peek towards what could be an absolutely amazing opportunity here. With that bomb plant going down here yet again for a cred. Slowly it is just going to look to be here. Now a pretty picturesque scene at the moment with this game. We are going to see Conker Gaming, however, almost looking to try ruin the moment. Herzlord to find himself a pick. Now here we are going to see a cred picking themselves up a second. With Arujan being able to find himself a pick with that Mac 10 before going down. SMGs to look to be saved over and recovered here at the moment here in this server. For a cred here in this game. As we now do start to look in towards here yet again. A cred to look to try and take charge with this T-side, especially this T-side pistol. So now we will start to slowly look in yet again. With so much anticipation here. We are going to slowly have a little bit more of a look here. With some of these really impressive peaks, my apologies. Now more importantly, a absolutely huge milestone coming in here. And now, yet again, with a cred to slowly look to try and temper their attack over towards this B site. It is slowly just going to become here now. An absolutely chaotic piece with Invisible finding himself a pick, eventually being taken down by Elfrin. We are going to see now DSSJ to slowly tap away here. Now with Conquer to pick themselves up their first round here at the moment. In this round of 16, map 2. It is going to look to be now more of an important round in the big grand scheme of things. Now slowly hit. Now as we do start to take a look in, with Conquer Gaming now looking to substantiate themselves with what's looking to be a little bit more of a at-home B site for a cred. We will see a little bit more of a default, however, as the A site does look to be the site which is going to see the most action here at the moment. Especially now with Elfrin to find himself an opening pick, an opening early pick. It is going to be Conquer Gaming holding down this A side, being able to find themselves two. Of course, we did see such an impressive start in this regular season from a cred, but in the end of the day, the regular season performances don't really need much here. All they really mean and all they really intend is that they get you into the big dance. That's what we're starting to slightly miss here. We're missing that Accred that was so dominant in the regular seasons. We're missing the Accred that, you know, only had a single loss. Instead, they've lost, you know, quite early on a map that they've almost looked unprepared for, unready for, in most situations here. It has started to slowly become now more of a chaotic element to try and deal with this Accred side here. Now with such a task to try and manage and try to deal with, we are going to sit slowly now and have a little bit more of a look in with what's expected to be this Accred looking to get themselves a little bit more map control back. Jello finding 3, however, and with Target finding himself another pick with 45 seconds to play. The bomb still on the deck in the mid control, almost looking to try and get even more explosive. It is going to slowly look towards here yet again. With this Conquer Gaming side too. Now almost pick themselves into absolute chaos here. Yeah, we will see Conquer Gaming picking themselves up 3. And they're really starting to look good here at the moment. Finding themselves 3 crucial rounds over on their CT side, looking to try and get themselves off to the right start. You'd start to potentially think that, you know, now it is slowly going to look to be more of a substantiated gain coming through for this Conquer Gaming side. You know, they've done so well to be able to get themselves into a really interesting position here. To be able to have the lead on this second map, bear in mind their CT side of Ancient, where it's become a little bit more CT-sided than I think ever imagined before. We'll start to slowly see now here yet again. With more of a concerned start for a Cred on their own map pick, they will find themselves here. A pretty crucial round coming up, at least early game for Ancient. You know, being able to pick yourselves up 3, especially in the early rounds when the money for both teams hasn't quite been developed yet. You know, when you don't have all of this pressure to start winning rounds with rifles, where you don't have to start considering saves to keep your economy afloat. You know, it starts to really get interesting here. And now it's just going to look to become here more of a chaotic presence from what we're used to seeing so far. As we do start to come in yet again and have a little bit of a look in. Now with more of a look and feel towards this game that is almost chaotic and presumably just absolutely accentuated by so much pressure coming in. A Cred to pick this bomb up and start rotating around. We are going to slowly have a look in here yet again. We are going to take a look. Gazzetti, Choco to find themselves one apiece. Now as it is just going to look to be Linksy finding himself a pick, eventually getting traded away. We are going to see Conker finding themselves 5. Absolutely beautiful work coming through. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Exactly what you do like to see if you are a Conker Gaming fan. The fact that they're taking control of their CT side early on their opponent's map pick. You know, being able to get around so much of this big, high effort stuff. We are going to look at this 5-2 scoreline at the moment and really start to have a look at what's potentially going to continue to be an absolute chaotic scene. Now here with some more damage to come through. We are going to see Choco to now look to try and hold this B site while A continuing to be under threat. Flashes to go over the top. A little bit of that B main control taken, and that's exactly what you do like to see if you are a Conker Gaming fan. The fact that we're going to see B control taken quite early on here. Now as we do continue to slowly take a look in towards what's going to be absolute chaos coming through here yet again. Now especially with a bigger and higher focus on so much of the presence around this B main area of the map. Jello really wants to take control of this area. Even though we're still seeing that fight over on the A side, I guess he's concerned about a bit of a late push. However, we see that A side hold. A beautiful hold coming in through for Choco and Linksy. Both of them finding all 5 between the two. we'll start to slowly have a little bit of a look in here towards so much of that area and areas of the map. Now with a big push now starting to come through, it is just going to look to be now here yet again. Potential with some more chaos coming through. We are going to take a look here yet again with a more damaging task to look to try and get itself resolved. We are going to see Jello to at least now look towards a little bit more map control to try and solve some problems over towards this B side. However, a cred with just the pistols at the moment. Looking quite comfortable over towards this A main area of the map here yet again. A mid control to be taken as well, definitely. To not to forget about that. But the A split almost looking to be guaranteed here. We are going to see that late lurk come through. Of course, a little bit of patience, a little bit of timing, never hurt anybody. Especially as we do continue to see more of the challenges that we are used to over on this B site. It is just going to be here yet again. Linksy to actually find his own teammate coming through by accident. We are going to see now this CT side looking to try and get this retake going. That bomb to be tapped. I think it's being held now. We are going to slowly see a cred looking to try and shut down some of that mid fight. But the fact that we're fighting a war on two fronts at the moment. He's going to start to try and dampen any spirits here at the moment. Now as we will start to slowly see Conquer Gaming picking themselves up 7. Of course, a high CT start. Not completely out of the ordinary here. Especially on a map like Ancient, which is so heavily CT sided. We are now going to slowly take a look in now with this 7-2 performance, trying to cover more of the usual suspects that we are used to seeing over here in this server. It is going to look to be more of a challenge, especially as we will start to see here yet again. 7-2 scoreline at the moment. And now here, with even more of a test looking to try and be put forth. Now here it is just going to start to look to become yet again a more daunting task here. Some serious players here in this game to try and really work out. We are going to slowly take a look in here as Conquer Gaming to starve off this Acred side. Clock slowly ticking down, and with 3 rifles surviving, we are going to see Conquer pick themselves up 8. Now what is going to look to be absolute chaos here getting itself started. It is now just going to look as we do see Lynxy finding himself an opening pick. Herzlord to try and come through. Potential with some more serious damage to try and make itself a little bit more aware and more of a consequence. We are going to slowly see here. Yet again. More of a fight coming through. Herzlord to hold down this angle here on Ancient. Now here slowly. It is just going to be here. Yet again, a pretty lucrative take to come through from a cred. We've seen this A-hold be so good. There's been very little times that we've seen this A-hold crumble without at least 2 frags being taken away. Does look like it is going to be one of those opportunities here yet again. Now we're going to see Conquer Gaming actually win the round off what looked to be a little bit of a delayed A-take coming through. And now here slowly. We are going to slowly see him now. Now with more of a obvious shot coming through. We are going to see Rugen finding one Elfrin to be able to get himself one back now all of a sudden here. Now with Choco to try and push forward here yet again. Now with more of a significant fight coming in. It is going to be now all of a sudden a question of, you know, are a cred able to at least get themselves 4? And we have seen games, especially in the SCL, they're able to be winnable off 4. Of course, those 4 rounds can be the 4 biggest rounds here in this series. We have seen a cred go down a fair chunk here. And it does look as if we are now going to start to see here yet again more of a fight, I guess, more significant than most would assume, most would expect. Over here towards this mid area of the map, we are going to see DSSJ finding himself that opening pick. And now slowly it is just going to look to be yet again this cred side to try and, you know, slowly work their way around this map, being able to try and find themselves little gaps, little holes to try and take advantage of. It is just going to look to become here yet again more of a contesting fight here. Now we are going to slowly see here yet again more of a significant fight to come in. Lynxy to find himself a big frag with that AWP. Potential here for the second. As we will see Jello getting himself a pick. Choco up close and personal. Will be able to take down that bomb planter. Now so much damage looking to try and be recorded here. We are going to slowly see now yet again that bomb get defused. Completely shut down. And Conquer to pick themselves up 11. All of a sudden danger territory here for a cred. Lots and lots of danger here at the moment to try and deal with. Now it is just going to look to be now more importantly an absolutely chaotic start to come in towards this game. Finally a timeout to be called by a cret. You know, I think maybe it's just 2 maps too late, to be completely honest with you. We are going to see another pause coming through. It is going to be a double timeout. Potential for it to even be a technical issue that we are trying to resolve. My apologies. But especially for a cred at the moment, they're just going into a lot of these fights overconfident and over cocky when they have really underestimated the potential here for this Conquer Gaming side. Of course, they come in as the 16th seed. A lot of teams, including myself, have written these guys off. You know, have really believed that, you know, they got in towards this playoff area of the map. You know, it's so heartbreaking. Now here, it is going to just look to be all of a sudden now with a pretty vital push coming through. We are going to start to slowly see now this 11-2 scoreline with a minute to play. A 5v2 situation, and B looking to be the hit. It is going to be Lynxy towards that cave/Jaguar area with a lot of work to do. Elfrin too. Now tap away, finding DSSJ, and now trying to keep this AK here in the server. The AWP should be recovered here for free, but the save to come in, a cred, a much better round from them here at the moment. Especially after such a crucial round. A cred to pick themselves up round number 3 here. Heading in towards the final round of this half is starting to look good for the Russian side. We are going to see Offering go down, however. And the cred picked themselves up 3 heading in towards round 15. A pretty crucial round for both of these teams here at the moment. This could be the winning round, even though we are a few rounds away from 16 for Conquer. My apologies, just getting a little bit of water. We are going to see another pause coming through. It will be a technical pause, so we are experiencing some packet loss here in this server. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a quick break. I'm just going to get some water, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for very, very awkward silence. We are going to slowly take a look here at the moment with this game. Of course, a pretty important round coming up. We do have a little bit of a technical issue, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit of packet loss in the server. That's all it looks to be. That's all it seems to be. Nothing too big, nothing too overly complicated, as we do see target coming back in towards here. It is now just going to be 11-3 scoreline, with a very, very important display coming up here at the moment in this series. So we are going to see this game look to get itself underway. With Rugen to find himself an opening pick through the smoke. Elfrin going down, trying to get even more up close and personal. Now here it is, just going to become more chaotic here, as we will see Invisible finding himself Invisible finding himself a pick. Potential for more damage looking to try and be done. Are going to slowly see here as a Cred pick themselves up a pretty crucial round 4 to be picked up here on this T side. Now with this 11-4 score. We are slowly going to look in. Now all of a sudden with this second half, potentially the last half that a Cred play. An 11-4 scoreline here. We are going to see here now this second half coming underway. The Pistols to have a little bit more of a classical default spread coming through here. We are going to see Invisible finding himself an opening pick. We know what this kid can do with the Pistols. Slowly going to see here now. going to see Rugen finding himself now a pick. Conker to now be stuck here in this 3v5. We are going to see Rugen finding himself one. Elfrin to potentially even get one back. Hertz fighting himself here to try and stick that defuse. We are going to see now DSSJ having almost getting knifed just half a second late. Elfrin to get himself that frag. However, the bomb to be defused. A huge knife frag. A huge bit of cash coming in through for Elfrin. Here with Conker Gaming to try and get themselves even more in terms of map control. All of a sudden with the potential for this T side to really spiral out of control. We are going to see utility coming through. We're going to see DSSJ finding himself another pick here with a cred to pick themselves up 6. A good shutdown against the force buy here from Conker. Now it is just going to look to be this 11-6 scoreline here at the moment. We are going to see here now. Such a important piece coming through in this game. Now as we do slowly see Jello to be alone in the 1v4. 35 seconds to play. DSSJ finding that final pick. An 11-7 scoreline here. As a cred starts to slowly close the gap in on a pretty CT-sided map. Now it just looks to be interesting fight coming through. Rouge and DSSJ to find themselves one apiece. We are going to see Jello to eventually get DSSJ away with those flames. are going to see Rugen finding himself another pick. It is down to Elfrin. We'll see 8 being picked up here by a Cred. As we do see Invisible finding that final pick. Now here, we are going to slowly see yet again. Flashes to go through in towards Jaguar. Conquer to clear it out. We are going to see now Region 2 be slowly tapped away. Now we are slowly going to see with the Cred 2. Now look to try and hold down this B site. Choco to be up close and personal. Will find himself one burning in those flames. Target to get himself Lynxy. Hertzlord to try and take some of this mid control. Elfriend to eventually go down. Now here we are going to see Hertz. Rugen to find picks. Now with Rugen in the 1v1, able to clutch up Choco going down after doing so much work. Trying to open up that site. We are going to see a Cred pick themselves up 9. And ladies and gentlemen, the comeback definitely on here. For a Cred, we could potentially even start to look towards Inferno. Now it's just going to look to become as it does look to start to become Conquer Gaming with these pistols to try and find themselves a little bit of now a big test to try and put itself forward. We are going to see these rifles do what they usually do best and hold the fort. Going to see now these pistols not stand a chance against these rifles here at the moment. Now we are going to see here Conquer to pick themselves up. Small bits and pieces here. Some serious damage. Now it is just going to look to try and become here. Now with this invisible push coming in through Jaguar, could potentially even start to become extremely dangerous. are going to take a look in. Yet again. Now here it is going to become Conker Gaming. Only having a man disadvantage here with 50 seconds left to play. They're going to start to try and take themselves a little bit more of this A site control. We are going to see Elfrin really making noise over towards his B side at the moment. He will actually tag up Invisible just a little bit. But with so much noise being created and those footsteps being heard out the back of A main. The Creds are now start to rotate over towards this A area. Elfrin to find himself a pick. More damage to come in here. Molotovs and Flames trying to keep here that temple control at bay. We are going to see Herzlord eventually fall. And a very, very swift take of this A side coming through here from Conker. Eddie to find himself a pick. What was a 4v5 has now turned to a 4v2. Now with Conker almost looking to try and conquer the number one team. They're doing such an amazing job. We are going to see now Save Effort's coming through from target, and he will fall. Money backed up at the moment here for a Cred, so we will see another rifle round coming through. We are going to see another timeout being called here at the moment. Now with a big fight coming through. Here yet again it is going to just start to look to be pretty. To find himself a pick. We are going to see Ruin Invisible finding themselves one apiece. Invisible to eventually go down as Elfrin to get himself one back. Now a 3v3 here, a minute 20 to play. We are going to see Herzlord here. Does he expect the off angle? I don't think he does. He is eventually going to lose his life here. So we are going to see that aggression over towards that A site. The temple control coming in from Ruin, already tagged up, will eventually pay the ultimate price. Conker Gaming almost set to pick themselves up 13 here. We are going to slowly see here now target 2. Try and find damage.
Terrorists win.
Now we are going to see Conker Gaming picking themselves up 13. Now it's really just going to look to be a really crucial piece coming through here in this game. A crucial opportunity. A Cred could potentially have maybe their last ever rifle round here in this game, here in this series. Because remember, they are 1-0 down. The number 1 seeded team could potentially turn some heads here. After going down Now with Choco to find some damage. Now we are going to slowly see here now that AWP of Lynxie to start spamming through walls. We are going to see now utility starting to harass this B site. It's looking to be maybe even more of a mid-take coming through at the moment. Now with Jello finding himself a pick, Herzlord to look to get aggressive. The Flames to keep Conquer here at bay. We are going to see now Herzlord on this A side have a lot of work to do. Will find himself another and a cred pick themselves up 11 here. Target to get that final round a little bit extra to be there left over towards his opponents, his adversaries. We are going to see now a 13 to 11 scoreline at the moment. Now here it is, just going to look to be smokes. Now we are going to slowly look in. Now I'm going to slowly see here Lynxie to eventually get that trade. A very, very quick acceleration here on towards this A side as Conquer yet again giving themselves up another bomb plan on this A side. It's just continuing to work here. We are going to see target DSSJ finding one apiece. It is just going to be down to Choco. Smokes do go down onto the bomb. We are going to see DSSJ finding himself a tag. Eventually will find the frag. And a cred pick themselves up 12. We are going to slowly see here now. Nice big quick hit coming through. Elfrin actually find himself one. Invisible getting himself 3. That's a huge shutdown here on this side. We are going to eventually see Invisible going down. Choco to get himself 2. Choco in the 1v4 situation going down after finding the first 2. I'm going to see here now a 13 to 13 scoreline at the moment. Now with this timeout coming through, Conquer need to get themselves a little bit of something here. Now we are going to start to see with Conker to all of a sudden being a death grip here for this game. Now here it is going to look to be Target finding himself a pick. Utility coming out towards this mid area of the map now. Now here. Now it's just going to look to become this 13-13 scoreline. With 30 seconds to play, so much map control still held by a cred. We are going to slowly see Jello finding himself one. Now it's just going to look to be another tactical timeout being called by Conker. A 13-14 scoreline. Now it's just going to look to be here. Now as we will start to see Conker Gaming trying to fight here for a little bit of survival. We are going to slowly see here now. Now it's just going to look to become invisible now to try and get themselves an interesting task. 50 seconds to play. A cred. 2 men down here in this situation. Now we are going to slowly see now this B site with that plant going down. Now it's just going to look to be all of a sudden Conker Gaming to hold down the fort. A cred to hold on to these rifles here. The AWP, probably the most important one. You'll be able to get a drop down to target. You'll be able to get a drop down to Rugent. are slowly going to start to see now this 14-14 scoreline. We're definitely getting 30 here, ladies and gentlemen, in map number 2. Now we are going to see DSSJ finding himself the opening pick. Linksy to get himself another. Now a 14-14 scoreline. Now we are going to see Hertz finding himself one potential here for the second. Now, as we do start to slowly take a look in this post-plant situation, a 3v2, it is going to be a triple temple retake. Now with Rugen finding himself one, Jello needs to hold strong and target to find a crucial frag. We are now going to see 15 to be picked up by a cred. 15-14 here on this second map. We are going to see attack pause being called by a cred here at the moment. Now we are going to slowly take a look in. 14-15 now. Now we are going to slowly have a look in here. We are going to see Rugen pushing up aggressive through B main. The fact that we've seen a 3-man push coming in through B ramp at the moment, they know that it is going to be a mid-hit here. Now potential here as we do see Elfrin finding one. Elfrin to find himself a second. Looking to try an entry in here. Nade going down in the site. Temple control to start being taken by a cred. All of a sudden, a real possibility. As we are going to see here, Linksy throw down a huge Molotov. That is an incredibly timed Molotov. Smokes, extinguishes it. We are going to see Jello finding himself one. Rugen so close and so tagged up heavily. Molotov to go down onto the bomb. We are going to see Target try to stick it. Will eventually hop off, and we're going to see a huge round coming through from Conker. Ladies and gentlemen, overtime here in map number 2, and all of a sudden the potential for an upset still remains. Conker find themselves a huge round when they need it the most, and pick themselves up 15. A huge performance coming through from Conker. Overtime here in map number 2. A Creds map pick, with a 1-0 start coming through for Conker. This series could be over with 4 rounds. The first to 18 here in overtime number 1. Gets the job done. Sorry, 19, my apologies. 19, my apologies. To win 4 of the 6. We are going to see Conker on their T side now. You'd start to imagine that they'd really want to try and find themselves at least one. Now we are going to see here a Cred finding themselves 3 early. Now we are going to slowly have a look in. Now we are going to take a look and start to really see this 15-15 scoreline coming through. Now, DSSJ to try and find Jello, but Jello wanting to try and get that plant down. Really important for the economy. Jello to push in towards that B site will go down here. We are going to start to slowly see here. Now we are going to take a look in. We are going to see Elfrin finding himself a big frag. Of course, he is entering the only reason that we are in this overtime period. DSSJ, a huge collat to all of a sudden now create such a winnable situation for a Cred to pick themselves up 17. That bomb's still on the deck. Molotovs to go down. Won't spread to Choco. Now DSSJ to hold the bomb. The AWP to go exploring just a little bit on that line. Rujin to take so much of the mid control. We are going to see Eddie now looking to try and get aggressive. Rujin needs the frag, gets it. We are going to see now Choco to be stuck in this 1v3. We'll look to try and take that temple fight on, found by DSSJ. DSSJ finding himself 3. Crucial round from the AWP. The collat really took the wind out of the sails. We are going to slowly see here now. It's 15-17 score. We are going to see Jello finding himself one potential here for the second. Jello will go down. We are going to see Elfrin picking up one target to get himself another. Now here a 2v3 situation. Target to eventually fall, and we are going to see Lixie get aggressive, finding himself another frag here. It is all going to be down to Rujin. We did say we just needed to see one round being picked up by Conker here. Going to see now Lynxie to eventually catch Rujin pushing through that smoke. A 16-17 scoreline here. 3 in a row for Conker to win the match. 2 for a Cred. We are now going to start to see an absolutely beautiful piece coming through. are going to see here now Conker to shut down this mid-fight. Eddie to find himself one. The M4 to continue to spray down. Jaguar control just absolutely manhandled here by Conker. We are going to see those smokes go down through that Candles Room area of the map. Lynxy to try and take that fight on with the AWP will eventually fall. Now here we will see flashes coming through. Molotovs as well to follow. Choco Eddie. Now to try and have that rotation over towards the A side. It better be quick because now Elfrin by himself has 3 to try deal with. We are going to see now DSSJ on the AWP go first. Elfrin does spot DSSJ. We are going to see smokes going down here. Now with Elfrin to be mollied out of that corner. We are going to see him burn. We'll push in towards that smoke. 30 seconds. Oh, sorry. 30 points of health. 40 seconds to play. Elfrin covered in smoke. We'll nearly tag down DSSJ there. And with 30 seconds to play, we're going to see this long rotation over to B. It's all going to be down to Jello to potentially win this round here at the moment. Rugen has such an important task to try and clear this side out. With 20 seconds to play, Eddie could potentially even cut this off. We are going to see him find one eventually, that trade coming through. 10 seconds here, starting to count down. Jello has a lot of work to do. As Jello will take down Rugen. It is just going to be Hertzlord by himself getting that plant will eventually fall. DSSJ now a long way away from home. The plant will be defused here as Conker Gaming pick themselves up 17. DSSJ to keep the AWP here in the server. But Conker Gaming a great start. Now it is just going to start to look to be Gaming to try and shut this down. Now we are going to start to take a look in. A bit of a more of a default spread coming through. Going to start to see. Now it's going to look to become Conker Gaming having a huge hold on this A side. It is going to be Rugen getting aggressive here. And Conker pick themselves up 18. All of a sudden, series point here. Round point, series point. Now it is just going to look to become yet again now an absolutely huge round, huge consequences here. Here it is just going to look to become an absolutely Punch hold coming through. Jello to find himself one. We are going to see Choco getting himself one back. It is going to be Lynxy here. Throwing that nade down. Utility to try and give the Orpa a little bit of space to work with. We are going to see targets weighing down. Tagged up just a little bit here. Alpha needing to get down at least a little bit of wiggle room. Smokes to go down. We are going to see that AWP now. At least targeted just a little bit found. A 1v3 for the game. Elfrin finds himself one. Elfrin looking for the second, but the rotation over to 8 with 30 seconds to play here.
Bomb has been planted.
Now, with that bomb being planted, Elfrin, a 1v2. DSSJ spots him. The Orpa trained on that line. We are going to see DSSJ now look to try and play the bait and switch. Hertzlord to get himself another frag. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a second overtime here. An 18-18 scoreline. An incredible game. Now it's just an incredible opportunity. A second overtime, and I think a Cred have just accidentally left the game. Huh. Interesting. A second overtime. Interesting. We are going to see now another overtime come through. Now it is just going to look to become here an absolutely crucial few rounds. I don't know if we had players accidentally leave, or I don't know what's going on here, man. This game is absolutely absurd. So I mean, we may as well turn our attention towards the chat. Hello everybody in the chat. I haven't been nice to you guys today. How are you all? How are you all doing? How are we, chat? How are we, chat? How are you, chat? How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I need to talk down. Alright. Germany. Alright, listen, Germany. Listen. Hear me out, right? How are we doing? How are we doing so far? It looks as if now we are ready to get going. They're looking for a round backup? They won the game. They won the round. Wait, what? A Cred have won the round and are looking for a round reset. What? A Cred have won the round and have now asked for a reset on the round. What? I've never seen this happen. I've never seen a team win the round to keep themselves alive. They want to win it again to show dominance. Honestly, if they want to do it, that's cold. If they want to do that, that's cold as hell. That's cold as hell. I'll give it to them. But you've just won the round. You've just gotten yourselves away from series point yet again. And they want to replay the round. What? What is going on? This is absurd. What is happening in this server? What is happening here? What is going on? I'm as confused as anybody, I'll be completely honest with you. But what I'm not confused about is the quality of Counter-Strike that we've seen in this map so far. This ancient map has become extremely important here. This is becoming a really intriguing situation. Acred have called for a round reset on a round that they won to take this game to double overtime. Oh, this hurts. It looks as if we're getting a round reset. What has just happened? Maybe the config broke. I have no idea what's just happened. We've just seen a round reset from... We are going to see now this game here looking to almost try and define now with Herzlord to get himself so much control here around this A site. A temple push to come through here. I don't think Conker have the knowledge to know that they are here. Potential with Brugen finding himself that huge pick onto Endy. Now, that bomb should go down here. We are going to see Rugen finding himself a frag. Rugen eventually going down here. We are going to see Conker picking themselves up 19. Of course, if I remember correctly, my math is correct. In often cases, it very much is not. I'm pretty sure it's 22 for the winner. Yeah, 22 for the winner. So the first team to 22 here, from this point on, ends up taking the game. We're going to slowly see here now. Acred losing Rugen, losing Invisible DSSJ. Their main AWPer does go down. Now here the 3v3 situation. As we do see Acred rotating over towards B, it is going to be Choco with that AUG. A lot of work to do. Target already low. He's going to be the support man coming in here. And now Now with that second rotation over towards B coming in for Conker. Eddie and Choco to deal with this B pop, and it is going to look to be a cave pop as well. A minute to play, such a ballsy call from a cred. A single piece of utility keeps them away from this map, keeps them away from this site. No smokes, 3 Molotovs, a nade and a flash. Rujan's going to want to swing in here. We will see that M4 spraying down, will eventually drop the bomb. One of those Molotovs being put to use here as Rujan swings in for the second. A huge 3K here from Eddie. 20 picked up here for Conker. A 20-18 scoreline, the last round of this half. If we see Conker win this round, there's a high likelihood that they end up winning the game here. We are going to see the pistols coming out for a cred target to go with the full set of utility. Invisible with that Tech 9 and a smoke. A quick pop in towards this A side here. We are going to see Lynxy finding himself one. Eventually traded away. Hurts Rujan to find themselves one apiece. With that bomb being planted. Now here, this 4v3 situation on the retake. Nades to go in. Yeah, need to be tagged up here just a little bit. We are going to see that mid presence coming in from Jello. DSSJ holding the line. We are going to see Jello finding himself a frag. Now a 3v3 situation. Flashes to go in. DSSJ won't be blind. However, not the goal. We are going to see now Rujan going down. Smokes up. We are going to see DSSJ, Hertzlord finding themselves one apiece. Eddie sticking that bomb. He's got to. We are going to see DSSJ pushing through, finding that final frag. Now a 20-19 scoreline here. This second map pick, a creds map pick, looking to go down to the wire here in this one. What has been absolute turmoil in this game, slowly descending into madness. A 20-19 scoreline. And with the cred barely being able to get their opportunities across when they have got them. Conker Gaming 2 rounds away from putting this game to bed. A cred 3. Early knife damage at the start of this round here. As now we do start to slowly take a look in. Some cave / Jaguar utility and some presence to be shown here from Choco. Will tag up Invisible just a little bit. Smokes to go down here. The Flames look to be a quick response. Jello finding one. We are going to see that orb of target missing. That first shot will find a second. Now we are going to see DSSJ finding himself the pick.
Bomb has been planted.
We are going to see Elfrin finding himself one frag back. Hertzlord DSSJ. Now with a lot of work to do between the two of them. That frag just makes it a little bit easier. DSSJ to hold that fort. We will see the swing coming through from Jello. Now it's all down to Choco. Choco's had himself an amazing game so far. We'll get that first spray down. Potential here with the second. DSSJ tagged up just a little bit. We'll push through. We are going to see Choco clutch up in the 1v2. 21 for Conker. Match point, series point. And all of a sudden, what could be the biggest upset in the SCL's history? Yes, Nick, I did solve that mystery. I just realized the players that left before didn't get 10k, and so I was really confused as to, you know, one, why the config broke, and it's like, because they left. And then I was like, actually, yeah, that does make sense. But just purely for the speed of the reset, I was like, are they calling for a round reset because players DC'd and shit like that? No. You are going to see here now. A cred. Limited utility. Rifles to be their main investment here. A lot of mid presence to be taken by Conker. A very, very laid back B presence to be pushed up here. We are going to see a deep smoke coming through. We'll see Choco tagged up just a little bit. Of course, Choco, a huge player in last round's victory to take this game here to series point. Origin to be mollied out, will eventually be traded away. Now as we will see Herzlord to take on this fight through A main. Will be spotted. They do know he is big box. He will eventually just try to keep himself alive here. We do see Elfrin going down here. We are going to see Invisible pushing through, eventually taken down. Now a 3v2 situation. That bomb. Plant faked. Targets a swing. We are going to see Eddie not getting that plant down. Molotovs to try and keep those CT players away. DSSJ on the AWP, however, could have himself a crucial pick and does. It's all down to Jello here. We saw a clutch coming through from one of his teammates last round, but not enough for this round. 20 to be picked up by a cred. A round that they barely scraped through with money with the very, very little utility they had. 20 to be on the board here. Still series point, still map point. Still an opportunity for the biggest upset. The 16th seed, Conker, taking down the number 1 seed, a cred. A big opportunity here. Especially as we do see a cred to now be in a position where they really need an opening pick of some type. One more round for a cred to keep themselves alive in this game. Force this game to triple overtime. DSSJ just chagged a little. Will find the first frag. Choco going straight down. DSSJ, a bit of a rare miss on the second, but the smoke going up prevents a retaliation. A double back, a follow-up. We are now going to see this mid-take coming through. It is going to be Rugen's chance to really do some damage. However, Hurts to find himself one. Eventually, more damage to be taken down. Jello to be very, very quick on this short take. Now a 3v4. Rugen falling. We are going to see Eddie finding himself a pick, eventually going straight down. DSSJ on that AWP finding himself another. Now a 2v3 situation. 40 seconds to play as Jello looks to get that plant down. A double temple retake coming through here for a cred. No presence through mid. A CT player looking to join in the triple temple retake for the game, for the series. That bomb slowly ticking down. Lynxy, a lot of work for this young man to do with that AWP up close and personal. Will find himself the first. Tags up the second. Target quite low here, but now Jello with a world of work to do. We are going to see Invisible finding that final frag and a cred taking this one to triple overtime. Conker Gaming, they're able to get plants down. They're able to work themselves around. If we did see a collateral coming through from Lynxy there, we could have potentially even seen a win. But triple overtime to make its way here in towards this server. No one has dropped 40 yet. DSSJ and Jello, the closest to it, 37 and 39 respectively. An incredible series so far has very much turned into absolute chaos here. 21-21. The number 1 seed, a cred, taken the distance. Overtime, number 3. Now with Conker to be over on this T side. We've seen if the T side can get themselves at least one round. Usually they do so much better. Target to be tagged down a little bit here. Now with Invisible. To start pulling through. Smokes going down. A cred to try and assert some dominance here on the CT side, and a first opening pick 40 for DSSJ here in this game. The AWPer finding himself an amazing pinnacle, an amazing feat achieved. A minute to play here. As we see Conquer Gaming really looking to try and shape up this B site. It is going to be the triple hold they do have to try and deal with. Now with flashes to come through. Smokes utility towards this A area of the map. No interest for Conquer Gaming. Utility now starting to come down. We are going to see an entry from Choco, finding himself that first. Smokes going down, are able to slowly force this Accred defense away from the side. DSSJ with that AWP needs to be a force to be reckoned with. Molotov's going down. Will force the mid player to come through. Linksy to find himself a huge frag, and now the triple retake coming in through from Cube. We are going to see Eddie finding himself one. Linksy to get one back. All of a sudden here with Jello finding himself a pick. Now a 1v2 situation. Target needs to hold down this bomb. Won't be able to. Jello keeping himself an absolute menace. And we see Conquer picking themselves up the first round here on this T side for this triple overtime series. 22 for Conquer, 21 for Accred. The 16th seed here in the SCL playoffs. They went 5-3. A round win advantage of only 20. Sneaking their way in. 3 rounds between Conquer Gaming and the 17th seeded team, which didn't make playoffs. Accred, the number 1 team, the standout performer, a 98 plus round differential, looking to be challenged. David and Goliath to be fought out at the moment, and at the moment David winning. This Conquer Gaming side doubted by so many people, including myself. This Conquer Gaming side forced to take on one of the best teams that the SCL has ever seen. And in a map where Conquer got their first loss, Ancient, they almost looked to book themselves a spot in towards the quarterfinals, if they can win in this triple overtime period. Another bomb plant coming down, a 3v3 situation. Choco low. We are going to have only one AWP here, and it is going to be DSSJ, which has dropped himself 40 frags so far in this game. He's had himself an absolute monster performance. A push out coming through. Rugin to be tagged up quite heavily. We are going to see Herzlord finding himself one, eventually traded away. Choco finding 2. That's a huge 2k from Choco. How about that for 3? Choco, have yourselves a bow. 4 for Choco in a crucial round and Conquer. Pick up 23. This is an insane map here. Absolute insanity. As Choco has single-handedly given Conquer round number 23 here. And Linksy to find himself an opening pick. An absolute demoralizing blow early on. DSSJ going down. Someone, please get this Accred side a little bit of help. We are going to see a huge, just a huge fight coming through. The 5-7 is able to find himself an early frag, make it 2, all of a sudden invisible. Now the only person keeping this Accred side alive, eventually going down. An open plant to come through on this B site. 23 to 21. Herzlord, the 1v2 situation. Conquer Gaming, they found the first map with ease. And now heading into the second pick, a Creds map pick. We were thinking about it, Inferno. We were thinking about the third map. Surely a Cred wouldn't be challenged on their own map pick, a map that they've had so much success on in the SCL so far. Herzlord to tap the bomb. No time. This round is over. Conquer Gaming picked themselves up 3 over on their on their T side, moving to their CT side here in triple overtime. This is insane. This is absolute insanity what we're seeing at the moment. Conquer Gaming, 3 straight on their T side. A Cred clearly just running out of steam. This is one of the most insane games I think we've ever had in the SCL. One of the biggest upsets we've definitely had in the SCL if we do see Conquer find themselves one round. A single round, all that separates Conquer and SCL immortality. Dominance on Vertigo. They've come too ancient. They started strong, an 11-4 scoreline, scraping through to get themselves to overtime after a 15-14. Scraping through to get themselves to a second overtime after a 17-18. Scraping through yet again, forcing a Cred to pull out absolute magic to get ourselves to triple overtime. Now, Conquer Gaming have the opportunity to do something that teams, apart from VP Prodigy in the SCL, have never done before. A Cred. They lose a man. A 3v4 here in this retake. We are going to see Elfriend falling now. Absolute chaos as Lynxy to hold that line with the AWP. We are going to see Eddie on 1 point of health. Will find himself a frag, eventually falling away through that mid area of the map. And ladies and gentlemen, dare I say it, but this might be a good game. An incredible series that we've seen so far from Conquer. They're saving. This is the game and they're saving. Oh no, this is the game and they're saving. Sorry, I've got the sides mixed up. My apologies. A Cred are on T, aren't they? My apologies. I've just noticed that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I did a little silly. I'm so sorry, chat. I did a little silly. Conquer to save over the AWP and the M4 coming through. My apologies, chat. I'm so sorry. We are going to see the rifles being brought in here from Conquer for this second round here. The first to be picked up by a Cred. 1 of 3 to keep this game alive to take ourselves to overtime number 4. Number 16 versing number 1. Absolute beauty. Poetry in motion at the moment. An absolutely insane scoreline. Now with Conquer Gaming finding themselves an absolute stunner. David takes down Goliath. Absolute insanity here in the SCL. The biggest match that the SCL has ever seen in the playoffs. 16. The 16th seed taking down the number 1 seed. A team that came into the playoffs with a round differential of 98 plus. A 7-1 scoreline. The only game that they lost was against their rivals VP Prodigy. And Conquer Gaming upset one of the best teams the SCL has ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely stunning map that we've just seen. I hope you guys did enjoy. I've been your caster Flamboyant. I hope you guys have yourselves an amazing day, night, wherever you are in the world. You'll be joined very, very quickly here by Zola and CMD, so make sure you do show them a little bit of love. Take care. Goodbye. And peace.